Hey Emily, I thought I would make a video going over your essay. Hopefully you can see it and it makes sense. Sorry about all this. Focus on this part. So I saved it in a PDF form and in a Word document just because I didn't know which file type you'd be able to open. I have the Word document open. In Word there's a feature called comment, so I made comments here on the side in the margins. So the first comment is to add the date. So you'll add the date here after my name. It'll say the date, like it'll have the day first. It'll say like today is the 6th, so it'll say 6 May 2020. That'll be right here. If you look at samples of the essay, you'll see it. Also, I commented about your title. Make sure that you're actually making a statement to draw your reader in. So what about immigration in the U.S.? Make a statement there. Here, when you talk about the progression of discrimination toward immigrants progressed, I think that you can use a more effective word there to strengthen your argument. When you say progressed here, do you mean it's gotten worse or it's been perpetuated by Donald Trump's administration and his harsh and judgmental and negative words and phrases and ways of talking about immigrants and immigration? So choose a more effective word with your statement to make it more powerful. In your entire essay, there shouldn't be any underlining. Anything that you currently have underlined should be turned into quotation marks because MLA Citing no longer has underlining. Hasn't been like that for many years. A lot of people forget that or they don't know that. That's what I put here. So check each of your citings that are underlined and turn them into quotes. Article titles have quotes and not underlining. You can use the OWL Purdue website for MLA Citing. It's super helpful. You can just type in OWL Purdue and it will pop up on Google. As you keep going down, I just mentioned here that I sent out a video today that goes over MLA Citing. All of your in-text citing, which are considered like these quotes that are in the body of your essay, should have parenthetical citations as they do, but every single one of these parenthetical citations must match up directly with your works cited. So here you have USA Today analysis. I'm going to scroll down here to your works cited page, and it should say USA Today analysis on this first part in order for you to have that in the works cited. So if I'm looking here on your works cited, it looks like, trying to find that source, USA Today analysis. I don't know which source that is here. I can't tell. Is it Fernandez? Is it Philpott? Is it Radford? But whatever it is, the citing that's here, the author's last name should be in that parenthetical citation, or the title should be in the parenthetical citation. So that's why it's really important that you learn how to do your works cited first, and then you match it up with whatever's in the parenthetical citation. Again, they must match. So check that for all of your citing. Remember, check the underlining to turn it into quotes, and check that your in-text citing parenthetical citations match. What else? Oh, here, when you talk about DACA and Dreamers, make sure that you slow down and you explain what DACA and Dreamer is. Both of those things are before discussing them because they're acronyms and they represent a group of people and a type of legislation that we have in California that's unique to California and probably nationwide as well. So make sure you explain what that means. Again, check your underlining so it's cited properly. Make sure every quote that you have is anchored in or sandwiched in, and that means you introduce it, you plant the quote, and then you comment on the quote afterwards. Ray had did a workshop with that, and there's also a handout in your packet that I handed out that goes over how to do that. The templates are really helpful for that. But yeah, that's some of my feedback that I commented on. Make sure all that your quotes and data is explained and connected to your argument. I want to encourage you to think about why it matters. Push it further to make your readers see the value in it. Your voice is really timid and it's being hidden or covered up by your sources. I want to hear Emily's voice strong and assertive and arguing something. It's okay to argue. I know that many of us, especially as women, have been trained to kind of silence ourselves or be polite or speak kindly and nicely. But argument and debate is really just co-creating ideas, and I want you to take authority with that as a woman, as an academic scholar, because that's what you are. You're a scholar, and you're making an argument, and your argument matters, and it's okay to be assertive. It's important to be assertive when you're trying to get your point across. Again, at the end here, I want you to be more direct in your communication, more forthright with what you're saying. Say it directly. Address the so what and who cares factors. Take a stand here at the end. You end by talking about, in conclusion, immigrants have endured racism and discrimination, and this is being encouraged by Trump and his administration. So be bold here, not polite. Say that it must stop, or we need to be aware of it, or we need to hold Trump and his administration accountable for the language that they use. Push it further and be direct as you can. And lastly, you are works cited. There's no bullets, and it should be in alphabetical order. I want you to look at the samples, and I want you to look at the Al Purdue website so you can revise that. It won't take too long for you, but you need to make sure you revise it. Again, I sent out a Zoom link for today's session on Zoom going over Jessica's paper, and we went over all this stuff. I think it's really helpful, and it would teach you a lot, and it would also strengthen your confidence, which is really important as a writer. You're doing great. It looks awesome. I hope this advice helps you. If it doesn't make sense, then please let me know and we can talk about it more. Happy revising!